tiebreaker are net points in the conference. And going in, the Packers had an 18-point lead over Carolina if it would come down to this, and a huge lead over the New York Giants. So, Carolina and Green Bay, let's score some points. Let's begin at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Cheeseheads in force, not that cold, to watch Ray Rhodes and the Packers try to even their mark at 8-8 and beat the Arizona Cardinals, who last won at the Packers in 1949. It's the Chicago Cardinals. 14-3 early. Dorsey Levin scores, and Bill Schrader jumps over. Meanwhile, Carolina playing at home against the Saints. They lead 17-0. Looking to score again, Steve Berman and Wesley Walls. We need to score a lot of points. It's 24-0. Carolina. Mike Ditka knows the deal, but he's not pleased. Green Bay at this point lead over Carolina in the point differential +5. Dorsey Levin's third quarter. 1,000-yard season for him, thanks to this 36-yard run. Later in the drive, Levin's touchdown. Late third quarter, 21-3 Pack. Their differential now running total over Carolina is +12. Back to Carolina at 3:11 Eastern time. Berman to Patrick Jeffers. Makes the adjustment, 31-0 Carolina. And at this moment, Carolina's pulled to within 5 points in the differential. A minute later, 3:12 Eastern. Jake Plummer says, you know what? We're going to at least try to play some sort of spoiler. Frank Sanders, touchdown, it's 21-10. And Carolina, at this moment, would be in the playoffs if the guns went off. But we're so far from that, we don't even know what to say. 3:15, Basil Mitchell puts a little oregano, puts a little tarragon, and puts a lot of spice into an 88-yard kickoff return. Touchdown Pack. They lead 28-10, and they're +5. And you know they're being told, Tom, what's going on. 3:22 in Carolina. Jake Delhomme tries to put the Panthers Delhomme for the playoffs. Touchdown. So even though it's 31-7, they're out of this game, the Pack now have a 12-point lead over Carolina. It's as if New Orleans was playing for Green Bay and Arizona was playing for Carolina. Michael Bates, whoop, whoop. Oh my goodness, don't tell me he's gonna do it. He could go all the way. 95 yards, 38-7 Panthers. They're within 5 of the Pack. Back to Green Bay, 3:29 Eastern. Dorsey Levins. Third touchdown of the game. 35-10 Green Bay. They're in good shape now because it's late, +12. But not so fast. Here comes Arizona. Jake Plummer. To Rob Moore, beats 2 defenders. 51 yards. Ray Rhodes. We can't allow points, but they do. Mario Bates, touchdown, 35-17. The Packers lead the Panthers by just 5 in the differential. 3:45 Eastern time in Carolina. Steve Berman, they know exactly what the score is. And so they go deep to Jeffers, 32 yards, and the Panthers have now left over the Packers at +2. 3:51 Eastern, back to Green Bay. Arizona can further help Carolina, but maybe the play of the year in retrospect, one of the McKenzie brothers, Mike McKenzie, makes a great pick.
Well, and a great job by McKenzie of getting his head around, watching, focus on the football. Great job of fighting the receiver off and making the interception at the goal line.
So, Brett Favre, the Packers need points. They're down to 3:50 of the game on the zone 1 at Lambeau. What could happen? You know what's going to happen. 8 yards to Corey Bradford. Now, hurry up offense, even though they're up 35-17 because of the differential. What an odd bunch of circumstances, creating some unbelievable football. Favre to Bradford, 31 yards. Hurry up offense. Favre. Bill Schrader, 15 yards. 4 o'clock Eastern time. Favre pumps. Schrader, touchdown, 99-yard drive, 42-17 Pack, and the big number on the Lambeau Leaf, +5 over Carolina, who knows exactly what's going on, Tom, because at 4:10 in Charlotte, Jake Delhomme hurting the Panthers, helping the Packers. He's in And I know it's 45-13, but Mike Ditka says, I know, George Seifert, I know you have to do this, but let's go for 2. I don't care. I'm caught up in this 2. Let's go for 2. But first, challenge. Was he in? Touchdown stands. So on the 2-point conversion, I mean, this is unbelievable. Delot batted down by Kevin Green, so Green Bay's differential is plus 11. George Seifert hoping for Arizona almost north of the border in Green Bay. Meanwhile, at 4:11 Eastern, Seifert gets a wish. Plummer to Matt Commander Cody, touchdown, and Green Bay's lead is down to just 4 over Carolina. Back to Carolina. Ditka goes for an onside kick. He's caught up in it. I want points, but it's recovered by Anthony Johnson. Green Bay figuring this is easy. Meanwhile, they don't know that Berman. Oh, it's incomplete to Muhsin Muhammad. In Green Bay, they figure they're safe. There's a minute left in Carolina, and there's no way Carolina would have the ball in scoring position. But then word comes in to Ray Rhodes on the sideline. We need more points. Carolina has the ball at the 30. So Favre, instead of running out the clock, throws a bomb. Charles Jordan down to the 1. Down to the 1. Moments later, Favre, hurry up, tick, tick, tick. To Levens, 4th touchdown, 49-24. Plus 11, the differential. And then, I mean, how many points can you score? 45 is not enough for George Seifert. It is enough for Brett Favre. One of the wackiest scenarios we've seen, but one of the wildest hours of football. The Pack, if Dallas loses later, they become the 8-18 that goes to the playoffs. Look at the numbers for Plummer, for Favre, unbelievable. As for the Panthers' numbers, their numbers unbelievable. What a season for Steve Berman. 322 yards for him. Both teams scoring 45 points, but it's the Packers who... Well, first of all, it's the first time they are not over 500 since 1991.
I can't tell you how much I enjoyed listening to you do that.
I forgot about
Good recreation of what happened in that room.
And we got to just tell you something. All of us, not only Tommy and I, the whole staff at NFL Primetime and all the staff at NFL Countdown, we were up and screaming at the set. I know this is not the way to design it, to rub it in, but it was not a rub it in. The way it worked out, it was an amazing hour, Tommy.
Well, there were literally 3 games going on. We couldn't take our eyes off of them. And watching these coaches' reaction as the points were being scored, I think the penultimate moment for me was Brett Favre literally trying to run out the clock and then getting word probably from the sideline in his helmet that we may need another score there on the 30-yard line. And, you know, I mean, just moment to moment. I think that's what I meant at the beginning of the show. I think this is the way the NFL intended the last weekend of the season to be this exciting.